It seems Americans are sleepwalking through life when it comes to money. Ever wonder why your savings account looks like a deserted highway while everyone else's is a bustling city street? Well, fret no more, my furry friends. Today we're peeling back the layers on 3 common money mistakes that are silently draining your wallet. These slip-ups are so sneaky they might be happening right now. But don't worry, because today we're serving up solutions hotter than a fresh pot of coffee. So let's jump right in and turn that financial engine around. Okay, so the first mistake we see Americans making all the time is this. Spending $5 a day on coffee may not sound like a big deal, but think again. By my math, that's over $1,800 a year vanishing into thin air. That's enough for a fun vacation, a brand new phone, or a nice little nest egg for emergencies. Now, I know what you're thinking. A morning coffee run is just a small pleasure in life. But when you add up those small pleasures, well, they can really pile up. It's like watching your money slip through your fingers one latte art design at a time. To really drive this point home, picture this. You're sipping your caramel macchiato and daydreaming about how that extra $3 you spent today could have bought you something really special. Maybe it's a ticket to your dream concert or a nice dinner with your significant other. Suddenly, that coffee doesn't taste quite as sweet. But here's the cool part. There's an easy fix for this. Invest in a decent coffee maker for your home. You can make barista-quality coffee in the comfort of your own home. It's also a great way to support your favorite local roasteries by buying their beans. But here's a pro tip from someone who really loves coffee. If you need a little caffeine boost in the morning, but are not feeling particularly social, opt for a cheaper coffee alternative like instant coffee or tea. Believe me, it won't taste half bad. And if you're worried about missing out on those sweet latte art designs, there are plenty of coffee makers on the market that can whip up some pretty impressive latte art. Plus, brewing your own coffee at home allows you to control the quality and freshness of your cup. No more settling for lukewarm beverages made with low-quality beans. So here's a challenge. For the next week, try brewing your own coffee at home instead of buying it. You might just find yourself saving some cash and enjoying a perfectly brewed cup of joe in the process. So next time you're craving a coffee, skip the expensive coffee shop run and brew your own. Your wallet will thank you later. All right? So we've spilled the beans on the coffee conundrum, and now it's time to tackle another financial faux pas that many Americans fall victim to: the subscription saga. Oh yes, those sneaky subscriptions that silently drain your bank account like a leaky faucet. We've all been there, signing up for a service only to forget about it until you notice a small charge every month. Before you know it, you've got a whole host of subscriptions that you barely use. For example, streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus, they're great for a cozy night in, but when you're paying for 5 of them, well, that's a different story. Gym memberships are another culprit. You join with the best of intentions, but suddenly life gets in the way, and that membership becomes a costly chore. And let's not forget about those free trials that sounded like a great idea at the time, but quickly turned into a monthly expense. You've probably had one of those moments where you question, what am I even paying for? Well, fret not, my furry friends, because there is a solution to this subscription clutter. Here's what you do. You conduct a thorough subscription audit. I know it sounds like a chore, but trust me, it's worth it. Look through your bank statements and credit card bills to identify those subscriptions that are eating away at your finances. Next, take action. Cancel any subscriptions that you aren't using. Consolidate overlapping services and explore cheaper alternatives. It's like decluttering your digital life, except this time you're also saving money. And here's a pro tip. Set up automatic payments for the ones you decide to keep. That way you won't forget to pay and risk any late fees. And if you're worried about missing out on a service, consider switching to a family plan so you can share the cost with others. With a little effort and organization, you can tame that subscription beast and put your money back in your pocket. Moving along, let's talk about a money mistake that's becoming more and more common these days: impulse spending. It's easy to blame online retailers for making it so convenient to buy things we don't need with just a few clicks of the mouse. But the truth is, It's our job to stay in control of our spending habits. When you're bombarded with targeted ads and limited time offers, it's essential to remember that just because something is on sale doesn't mean you need it. Think about the last time you received a notification saying an item you viewed earlier is now on sale. Did you resist the urge to check it out? Or did you find yourself clicking Add to Cart before you knew it? Don't worry, you're not alone. We've all been there. But it's important to remember that every purchase, whether online or in person, is a decision that should be made with intentionality. One way to curb impulse spending is to implement the 24-hour rule. If you see something you like, add it to your cart, but don't hit checkout just yet. Wait 24 hours before completing the purchase. This gives you time to reconsider whether you truly need the item and prevents you from making any rash decisions. You might find that after a day of reflecting, you no longer want or need the item and save yourself some money in the process. Another effective strategy is to unsubscribe from promotional emails. It's amazing how many sales and discounts you won't miss out on once you've cleaned up your inbox. So next time you go to buy something, ask yourself, do I really need this? Be intentional with your purchases and stick to your budget. Your wallet will thank you later. And there you have it, folks. We've covered 3 common money mistakes that many Americans make every day: spending too much on coffee, getting lost in the subscription maze, and falling prey to impulse spending. Now it's time to put these lessons into practice and start seeing some real results. If you found this advice helpful, I encourage you to share it with your friends and family. Who knows? You could be the catalyst that helps them avoid those pesky financial pitfalls. And hey, if you're looking for more money-saving tips, don't forget to follow for more updates. Together, we can break the cycle of poor financial habits and pave the way for a brighter, more prosperous future. Remember, every small step counts, and consistency is key. So keep learning, keep growing, and keep those money mistakes at bay. Until next time, happy saving.